Hey y'all, it's me. I'm back. Alright, so I already fell off of my 100-day streak. I think I missed posting for 2 days in a row, possibly. I really can't remember. Because I think I filmed something yesterday and I forgot to post it. I don't know. But anyway, here I am. Back again. It's been hard because I just feel like I'm rambling. And I'm putting away dishes, obviously, as you can see. And I have my headphones on because I actually bought these noise canceling headphones a little while ago, maybe a month or so ago. I bought them because I wanted some really good noise canceling headphones for school because I'm in my master's program and I'm often listening to lectures and stuff while I'm at home and the kids are running around and things like that. Kids are in bed and hubby is out watching the fight tonight. And so it's just me here in my house, peace and quiet, which I am really enjoying. And I have these on because I have realized that putting these headphones on with no sound, just turning them on and having the noise cancellation feature engaged, really helps me regulate. It turns down the sound on life, which is very, very, very much needed for me. I have some small little earplugs that go in my ear from a company called Loop, where I can adjust the sound on them manually. And I use those at work to help me with the sounds and the alarm fatigue and stuff like that. But one thing I have really struggled with as a mom is how loud my house is all the time. And I also have kids who are very bold, loud, big personalities. And I come from a family of loud people. I'm Black, Puerto Rican, and white. And so my mom is the one who is white and Puerto Rican. And my mom is loud. My mom is loud. A lot of my cousins are very loud. Aunts, uncles, like even on my dad's side of the family, on my Black side of the family, like, why did I come from a loud family? But always. So I remember like growing up, I would always say to my mom, like, Mom, you're yelling. She's like, I'm not yelling, I'm just talking. And anybody with a Hispanic mom, you know that. Like, don't tell them that they're yelling. They're not yelling, they're just talking. But anyway, so I still have my headphones on because I just like how I feel with them. I feel a lot more regulated with them and sounds don't bother me as much. Background noises really, really overstimulate me a lot. The overhead fan being on when I cook, just things like that are very irritating for me when they accumulate. And I've had a long day and I'm tired and just whatever. So yeah, get you a pair of noise canceling headphones if you are noise sensitive like me, and just wear them. And they have become one of my favorite things. I wear them often. And my husband a lot of time thinks that I'm listening to stuff, and I'm not. I can hear everything going on. It's just things are not blaring and hurting my ears. So it's really hard with little ones to get them to understand their sound their level of noise, and we're working on it to teach them that. But I also do believe that, like, I have it's not all of my kids. It's mainly two of them that are just loud. And like I said, I come from a family of loud people, and I do believe that they just have louder voices, louder personalities, and they're just more bold and stuff. So it's something that as a family we are working on. So mom's got her noise canceling headphones, and we're also teaching the kids sound regulation of their voice, you know. So work in progress, but yeah. So anyway, I wanted to jump on here and just kind of share where I've been at in my head space for the past few days. This week at work, returning back from vacation was really, really hard for me. I didn't anticipate it being super hard. I thought it was going to be busy just because I was on vacation, so I expected to have a lot of catch up. But it actually was harder in a sense of, like, just a lot of surprising information and things have come up that just kind of took me not totally by surprise, but just a little, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but I guess it is kind of like I felt like this week there was a lot of information coming out that I had asked about and asked for insight on, and the initial thing was like, don't worry about it. We're not there yet. We're not even close to that. You know, we're exploring other options, blah, 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 blah. And then this week it felt more towards like, whoa, I don't know. You know, this thing that we're worried about, it might happen. And I think what's hard for me right now is that initially I kind of looked to my boss for some reassurance, and my boss does not have that. And that kind of freaked me out a little bit because my boss has been with this company. Well, it's a little complicated. So the company is a partnership. So it's part physician owned, and then the other side of it is the management company. My boss has been with the physicians since they opened their practice. Since he's been with them since they opened their practices. So he's been with them for over 20 years. So for him to not be able to provide a little bit of reassurance made me very anxious. And I kind of was trying to feel the vibes by saying little jokes, you know, and just seeing how he would respond. And his responses were kind of like, made me start, they just made my wheels turn. And that, and then just I'm finding out like weird things about questions and people asking questions about me and how I am and how I run things at my center. And sorry, I'm putting dishes away, so I'm gonna pop out of the frame a little bit here, but I'm still talking. But yeah, so just finding out things from other people that I work closely with about other like higher ups asking questions about, I guess, what I would consider my work ethic, and how my leadership capabilities, and how I'm running things at my center and staff, and you know, things like that. And I just am like very perplexed. And on top of that, I'm also super, super, super irritated with like corporate BS. And I know that certain things are a necessary evil. I get that. I'm there with that. I get it. I understand. But some of the stuff just becomes so exhausting. And for me, I just have such a difficult time with corporate structure. Like, what I have one of the hardest times with is the fact that things take so long to do in corporate. And it frustrates me to no end. And so, you know, it's just a buildup of things. And to be honest too, here's the other thing. I was on vacation. We went to the beach and stuff, but it wasn't a super enjoyable vacation. Not because we didn't have a good time, but because me and my husband, we don't really get breaks from our kids unless we pay a babysitter. Which, whatever, you know what I mean? Like, well, I don't want to say whatever. It's something that we knew we were signing up for, moving halfway across the country with barely anybody around us. Pretty much nobody around us. We knew what we were getting ourselves into to an extent. But it's still hard on the mental, on the psyche, when you truly don't ever get a break from your kids. In a nice, healthy setup, you know, you might be able to drop them off at Graham and Gramps or Auntie or Uncle or whoever. And we don't really have that option. Thankfully, we have made some really great friends. And we're still building community, and we have really great neighbors and stuff. And we've been really blessed to come in contact with a lot of really, really great, sweet, nice people. We've also been blessed with really good babysitters. Thank the Lord, we have not had to go through multiple babysitters before finding a good match. Things like that. So we do have options. It's just that we don't have that easier structure with close-knit family or close-knit friends. So we really don't get much of a break. Our kids are with us all the time. And unfortunately, right now, the tickets to go back home where we're from are super crazy expensive. And it is just astronomical the amount of money it would cost us to go home, to visit, or even to drop the kids off with Auntie or, you know, whatever, family for a week, 2 weeks or something. It's so crazy expensive. Like, I'm so sad that Spirit is not in business anymore, because it truly was the only way that my family could afford to travel as a family. So that was really a hit for us, not being able to get our tickets through Spirit. And I know there's Frontier and stuff, but for where we fly, we just don't get the best flights with Frontier. They just don't ever line up very well for where we're going to go back home. So yeah, it's been a struggle. We miss our family, and it would be super nice to be able to get a little break from the kids, but we just cannot spend $2,000 plus, because we're a family of 5. So we get plane tickets, we have to get a rental car, like we have to, it's just a lot of money. And then really the whole thing is that we would still want to take some time for ourselves. So it's like we spend all that money just to take the kids so that somebody can watch them while we go on vacation. It's just, yeah. So anyway, I'm rambling, but anyway, the whole point of that was we went on vacation and it didn't really feel like a very restful vacation or any kind of reset of a vacation. Actually pretty exhausting, if I'm being honest. Kids had a great time, but we didn't really get much of any kind of break. I mean, we got a break from our day-to-day, which I'm still blessed and thankful for, but we didn't really get much of a reprieve. So, you know, I was already kind of on edge with that, and I restarted therapy while we were on vacation, and just because I have felt that my nervous system is pretty uptight lately, and I need to be back in therapy. I have a lot on my mind. I'm handling a lot of emotions with my mom's Alzheimer's diagnosis. So, you know, the best thing, the smartest thing for me to do is to be back in therapy. So, yeah, I mean, I just have had high emotions already with just life and family and kids and just stress, period. And then to come back and like all these like weird rumors. And like one thing about me is I really hate gossip. Like I hate gossip and rumors and stuff like that. I get so aggravated. Like I'm very much, I don't want to say I'm a black and white person, because I at 32, almost 33, and being a mom, like I realized you have to be like flexible in order to not lose your mind, and everything is not black and white, no matter how much people want to think that it is. Not everything is. Some things are, but not everything. But I just can't stand like the tiptoeing around of things, or just like the one thing I can't stand about corporate is the red tape thing. Like I have a hard time with that. I don't understand why decisions take so long. Like, why does it take so long to make decisions about things? And let us two have a meeting, and then we'll have a meeting with the 3 of us. Then we'll collectively have a meeting with the 6 of us. And then I'll have a one-on-one with my higher up, and then they'll have a meeting with their higher ups, just to come back and talk to us to finalize and move forward. Like, dude, this could have been done 2 weeks ago. What are we doing? Like, what are we doing, and why are we doing it this way? Like, it drives me up the wall. And I have a really hard time with moving when things don't make sense, or things are unfair or unjust. I have a very difficult time with that. And so a lot of things were happening this week, just between gossip and rumors and just kind of things that I felt like were being done on purpose to incite chaos, and also just behaviors that have happened time and time again that I feel should not be tolerated, but they are. And I really had a moment where I had to control myself. I had a message typed up, and I literally was about to hit send, and then God said, stop, reread that, and just calm down, because it's not worth it. And the reason that it's not worth it is because it's not because the behavior shouldn't be addressed. It's because I'm not the big fish. So what's going to happen by me addressing this behavior is I'm going to become the target. the person with the behavior issue is not ever going to get reprimanded. And in that moment, or in this current moment, am I in a space to just get chopped by my work environment? I don't know. Should I care? I don't know. Like, obviously I have a family and stuff, and I need to be mindful of that. So that's probably why God did that. But I have such a difficult time with that. And then so it's got me contemplating everything. Like honestly, I came home yesterday on Friday. I was exhausted. I didn't want to talk to anybody. I didn't want to go on our date. But I still went. We had a double date planned with some friends. I obviously still went on the double date, and I'm glad that I did. I took a little nap, which I needed. But yeah, I am struggling with this corporate drama, and it's got me contemplating everything, and then the uncertainty with my employer and how things are going to go. And so the issue is, right, we have 3 surgery centers, and we have some doctors who are going to retire in the next year. And so we're looking at our volume decreasing significantly if they do not hire any new physicians in that time frame. So, there's a lot of gossip and rumors about what's going to happen, and are we going to stay open, and da-da-da-da-da. And it's complex because it's not just a physician's decision. It's a whole structure, right? There's corporate involvement. And it's just all of that has gotten me worked up. I hate the secrecy. I hate the tiptoeing around. I don't know if it's because I'm getting older and less patient or less fearful, really. I just have had it. I've had it with the coddling of grown adults and their terrible behavior. I've had it with the structure of, let's just do it like this because this is how it has to be done and this is how we've always done it. That is something that drives me up the wall since I have been employed, and especially since I've been a nurse. I cannot stand when somebody tells me, well, that's what we've always done. Do I look like I care? Like, dead serious. Do I look like, do you think that I'm asking you this question because I don't care. Like, that may sound mean and messed up, but I cannot stand that mentality, and I cannot stand that answer. And I just do not thrive in environments like that. I can't handle it. And so I don't know. I just have such a weird energy. I definitely can tell that my depression is creeping in because I don't want to do anything. I don't want to go anywhere. I want to sleep. I feel tired, exhausted. And I probably am actually physically tired, but it's a different kind of tired. Like, if you've been depressed before, you know what I'm talking about. The kind of exhaustion that comes with being depressed. And I have a weird energy around this whole thing, this whole whatever is going to happen with the structure at work. I cannot tell right now if everything that's coming out is leading me towards a path that I've been praying for, or totally gonna blindside me with something that I didn't see coming, but is for the good. And as I've said before, I am spiritual. I am a Christian. I believe in God. And so I know what I pray about. I know what I journal about. And so some of the things that are coming up, for me, I feel like no matter what, something very life-changing is going to happen in the next 6 months for me. I really don't know what it is. And it's very hard for me to discern right now. So I've been praying for God to give me clear-cut clarity and direction, because I can become a victim of my own mind very easily. And I feel like that's why I've been depressed, because I've been reading into things a little too much, or discerning a little. And then I'm like, am I discerning a little bit too much? How can you discern too much? I don't know. I just feel overwhelmed with my thoughts. I feel overwhelmed with emotions. I'm tired of trying to figure it out and decode. And I just want God to lead the way. I want him to tell me which direction to go. I don't want to question it. I just want to move. I want to be happy. I want to stop being tired and angry and upset and anxious and depressed. I am tired. I'm just so tired. And it's crazy because this economy is crazy scary right now. And the last thing I want is to be without an income. I don't want that. That's not what I want. That's not what I asked for. But I do want to be happy. And if I'm being totally honest, I'm not happy. I enjoy being a leader to my team when I can do that without like suffocating. And I feel like I'm suffocating. And it's the way the system is set up. You work for a big corporation, it's inevitable. Like, it's inevitable if people are not being intentional for it to not be that way. And so that's what's really difficult for me. I think that's why I struggle with this, because I love my team. I love what we do. I love where we work. I love the environment, but there's so much more that goes into it. And I think my brain is just tired of being on a hamster wheel, because that's what it feels like. Like, you'll push an initiative, and I'm saying they as like corporate, whoever, right? Like, you're getting these initiatives, these goals, these metrics, blah, 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 blah. And then when you come back and say, hey, there's a barrier here. Like, how can we get over this barrier? How can we get it out of the way? What's the solution? We don't have a solution. Okay, maybe we need to revisit the goal then, and maybe make an exception. That's never the option, though. It's always just, no, this is the narrative, this is the goal, this is what we're working on, this is what we're pushing for. Like, wherever, however, you got to get it. And I'm just not that kind of girl. I'm not that kind of girl. Like, if I'm telling you this is not going to happen because of A, B, C, and D, that's what it is. And I'm just tired of wasting my energy trying to make everybody happy when it's impossible, because shit doesn't even make sense to begin with, right? Like, maybe it sounds good, but everybody's an individual. So every sector, every surgery center, every hospital, everyone has different circumstances that may make the initiative need to be altered and tailored to make sense for that place. And that just like never happens. It's just like a blanket thing, and I can't stand it. I'm tired. Like, I'm tired, because let me tell you something. I'm not dumb. Like, I'm smart. I work hard. I am diligent. I try my best. I'm not perfect, but I do my best. I really do my best. I do go above and beyond. Let me tell you that. I am that employee, okay? I go above and beyond. And so I feel like when I've exhausted all options and I'm still being met with resistance, I'm tapping out. And that's where I'm at. Like, I just feel like I got a hard-headed person in front of me, and the conversation is over. Like, that's just where I'm at with it. And I really need God to lead me into my next step. I really need strength to be able to consistently post and because my truest, deepest desire is to build a community online and somehow, some way use my experience to help other nurses. I don't know how. I don't know which way. I want to help other nurses. I want to help other women in general. Like, I've been through a lot of life experiences that I just want to be able to help people genuinely. That's why I became a nurse. And so I really genuinely want to be able to help people without the insanity that happens in corporate. Like, I can't handle it. My brain can't handle it. It's not wired for this. It's not wired for this. Like, and I have such a hard time. And y'all just pray for me. Whoever watches this, say a prayer for your girl, because I need it. I really need it. And, you know, I think the craziest thing about it is that I don't have any fear in my heart about whatever is going to happen. And on the outside, I probably should. Like, from the outside looking in, I should be scared if I'm about to lose, potentially have my position eliminated in 6 months to a year. I should be terrified because we're a single income family. My husband stays home with our 3 kids. We have a rental property, so we have 2 mortgages. Like, the last thing I need to be is unemployed, but I don't care. I don't care because I have faith in myself that I can make income, however, between me and my husband, because our rental property brings us income as well, and pretty much replaced what my husband was making at his job. So, you know, I have faith. Like, I've been doing this long enough. I've second guessed myself long enough. I've downplayed myself long enough. I've downplayed my skills long enough, everything. And I'm tired. I'm strong enough. I'm smart enough. I'm capable enough to be able to be my own employer. And that's been hard for me because I am a girl who is like a rule follower. I'm totally type A. However, my brain is spicy, okay? And I have a very hard time with authority when it doesn't make sense. Like, I'm very much the why person. Like, can you explain that to me? Why all this change is happening? Why? What caused the reason to make the change in the process or the policy or the whatever? Why are we doing this way if it's not efficient? Like, I'm very much that girl. I am that girl. I am that employee that's probably going to make your life harder because I'm going to question why I'm going to question stuff, and I don't care because what are we sitting here just playing games for? That's how I feel. And so I've proven to myself time and time again that I can do hard things. I can step into places and roles that I never anticipated having to step into, but I deliver every time that I do. And so, like, why can't I do that shit for myself? Why? Do I know where to start? No. And that's why I need God, because I don't know where to start for real. And I don't really know what it is. Maybe it isn't just one thing, and that's cool too, but I just feel like it's very overwhelming trying to become your own boss on something. You like, it's like the boogie monster. It's bigger than what it is a lot of times. And I don't come from a family of entrepreneurs, so that's another thing. I don't have a lot of firsthand experience with that. And so I'm trying to build my network as far as that goes, locally, especially to get that hands-on interaction and get that real knowledge and experience and mentorship. But I'm really okay with moving when it's not perfect, because I'll never be perfect. But that's what used to hold me back before. I don't know enough. I need to know how to do everything before I even start one step. And I'm past that. I'm definitely past that. Thank you, Lord. He brought me past that. Motherhood helped me with that. But I still struggle with the fear of like letting people down. If I give up this great career as a nursing director, I'm insane. Like, why would you do that? Like, these are the thoughts that go through my head. Nobody says this to me, but this is what I say to myself, right? And so I struggle with that. And that's where I really need God to lead me and speak to me and bring me clarity and bring me vision. Because if I'm being honest, I'm not strong enough to do it on my own. I'm not. And I literally prayed to God and I said, God, if it's my time, you better remove me. Remove me so that I cannot turn back, so that I can't hesitate, so that I can't second guess. Because I will. I know that about myself and I can admit that now. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see how things go. I'll keep y'all posted, but pray for your girl.